Hey guys, it's Walt. Standing out here air drying after a very, very quick bath. But I guess I should probably get down to business to defeat Big Blue Bear. Eh. Whereas he's or formerly known as the Arzuros. So, let's go. So you'll notice, because we took a bath, the maximum health gauge is a bit longer than it used to be. Also, I forgot to put up my items. What do I do? I was never going to explain this mechanic, but because I forgot, I just remembered. If you talk to this cat right here, you can actually put in items to take home. I believe you can only do this once per quest, though. So, you send him to Yukimo. This can only be done once per quest, as the game said. Alright, now we have a bunch of stuff. So let's take our items. And don't mind me while I check the quest info, because I'm actually... Okay, it's just a hunt. These two items are involved with capturing monsters. We'll get to that later, as there's already too much stuff to explain about hunting large monsters. So, in a monster hunt, the first objective is to locate the monster. Thankfully for me, the Arzuros is a very simple monster, so I don't actually have to explain too much about the fight. So I can just go into the fighting mechanics. I believe he's in 5. Nope, I am dead wrong. Okay. Shows what I know. Probably try 6, then 7, then 9. And if he's not in any of those areas, then I'm super lost. Hey there. Oh, he's nomming on some fish. Oh, Big Blue Bear, hungry for some food. Anyway, so once you find the monster, step 2, track the monster. So you throw a paintball at it. Now it'll be on the map, so you can't possibly lose it. So step 3, hit the guy. And then proceed to get hit by an attack, because you're bad. So the Arzuros, it's a very simple fanged beast. He has no element. His attacks are, for the most part, very predictable. Like 90% of them involve his claws. Also, I am getting my ass beat. How do I play this game? Anyway. Honestly, this multi-claw attack is probably his most threatening move. Just because it's the fastest move. Any other move you can see coming, like that claw swipe. So for right now, the fight's just normal, you know. There's nothing special going on. He's a simple boy. He's gonna do bear things. And I'm just gonna do hunter things where I smack him around a bit, see what's going to go on, and I'm surprised I didn't get hit there. Alright. Is that a taunt, or is that a roar? I think that was a taunt. Is this guy taunting me? Bruh, you can't just do that to me. Oh, also, you do want to watch out for that attack in particular, because he will pick you up and then he will pretty much attack you and kind of have to mash your buttons to break yourself free. If I remember, next time I'll let myself get hit by that. Alright. So you know how I kind of just like heard that little dink noise? Well, that was me bouncing off of his arm braces. Those things are slightly armored, so weapons with yellow sharpness will probably bounce off of them. Another thing you'll notice is that he's drooling right now, which indicates that he's tired. I did not get hit by that. Okay. Tired monsters move around a lot less. Sometimes they will stand perfectly still. They will try to use attacks that will basically eat you, like this one. And to escape this kind of attack, you do want to mash buttons. Although that was more of a pumping attack. It's kind of weird. And some monsters will fumble certain attacks while tired, like this, like he just did. So, stamina mechanic is reflective of how monsters themselves have their own stamina to worry about. I thought that was always a neat mechanic. I do need to sharpen. I think he's run to another area, so I don't have to leave. Also, I totally should have brought healing items. So if you're... So, don't do that. Don't not bring healing items. This'll be fun. Some monsters, when they're tired, naturally they'll go and try to get some food to eat. So, you know, being hungry and tired is not fun. You know, if I was him, I'd go find food too. Source of stamina. A lot of new players thinks that this is them trying to heal, but it's not. Also, if you see white puff coming out of his face, that means he's angry. So monsters, when enraged, they will go extra fast and hit extra hard, and some moves have some variations. Like that attack you just did. It was 4 swipes instead of 3. Now, monsters, when they're low on health, I just KO'd him. If he lives, I'll continue that thought. I hope he lives. I may stop hitting him, so he will... Nope, he's good. So monsters, when they're low on health, they will limp away. Poor bear. He's so hurt. Well, it's a good thing we're here to put him out of his misery. Why are you looking behind you? I'm ahead of you, dude. What are you doing, man? Oh. I wouldn't miss. Ow. That fucking hurt. Come over here, Mr. Bear. Alright, another mechanic about monster fights is some monsters have parts that can be broken. In the bear's case, his arms can be broken. And for breaking items, you get extra rewards at the quest screen. And when you kill a large monster, you definitely want to carve them up. Majority of large monsters have 3 carves, so you gotta make sure you get all 3. Wouldn't want to half get your carves, you know? I'm gonna run away from those jaggies because they're gonna bite me, and I'd rather gather somewhere else. But yeah, Tharasarus is definitely manageable for a first monster. Has easy to retells and doesn't hit too hard. Honestly, the only reason why I was taking so much damage is because my armor is really bad. But we'll work on that soon, don't worry. It's just the beginning of the game, and Honestly, if you're new to the series, the early game can be a bit harder than like the early mid game. If that makes sense. Just because you don't have a lot of material, so you're kind of just working with whatever you do have. On top of trying to figure out how to control the game, fight large monsters. Honestly, it's a lot to take in. Anyway, for killing the bear, we got some extra honey, which is always welcome. And then we got his pelt, some shells, a couple braces, which is the part that we broke from his arms. So there's that. Got money, Yukima points, and another thing to know about large monsters is that they differ in size among their species. So each species can vary in size. So like, we could have an extra large Arzuros, we could have a tiny Arzuros. Just something to keep in mind. It's kind of interesting, in my opinion. Ooh, magazine's been added to my bookshelf. I actually don't know what that is. Wow, what a guide. So, for killing the Arzuros, everyone in town wants to talk to me. So let's start with Mr. Farm Manager here. Welcome back, Hunter. Yukimo points are useful. Please. Please. Use them. Alright, so let's actually explain what the Farm Manager can do. If I didn't do this already. At least I didn't do it in detail. So he can do two things as of now. He can renovate your farm, which is add new things, which we do have enough points for that one thing. However, I would like to save up for the field row. +1. Black Bud perfume only changes the type of bugs we get from them. Another thing we talk to this guy for is exchanging points for certain goods, like armor spheres and aqua glow jewels, which will do a whole video on equipment, I swear. Soon, probably, honestly. So there's a lot to explain there, too, as one could guess. Alright, upon killing the bear, the equipment shop will have new weapons to sell, like the iron hammer, or warhammer, and a bone hammer. Or whatever other weapon you're using, you know? It's more than just hammers in this game. Along with, I think, extra armor too. But you could also craft all of these. No equipment is exclusive to this place. So I recommend just doing it all through the smithy. Let's see. We'll worry about equipment. Hey, we got armor spheres, yay. We'll use them probably next episode, honestly. Can't guarantee that, but and she's just thanking us for killing the Arzuros. Yeah. Guess what? 2 new locations added. Sandy Plains and the Flood Forest. A desert and a swamp, if you will. So let's see what we have access to right now. Harvest Tour quests are just what are essentially free roam quests. You can kind of just gather here. And there will be a large monster around that will bother you. So naturally, the blue bear is here again. There's a new large monster, the bull drone. The great Jaggy. A different Arzuros quest. And a lot of gathering and small monster killing. I'm thinking I'll do the small monster quests off screen to save time, because 2 of these are key quests. Maybe I'll show one, you know, to show the new location, but don't really want to do all that. So another thing I'd like to explain is probably capturing monsters. So I may run the bear again, just to get in the spirit of the game. But do I want to do that this episode? Or... I'm indecisive. I'm sorry, guys. Actually, you know, let's just do all the weapon stuff now, so I don't forget to do it later. Because... oh shit, no. Want to plant herbs? Yes. Sorry, cat. I'm confusing you. I figured I may as well explain all the equipment stuff now, because after this episode I'm done recording for I don't know how long. It might be a few days before I can record again. So definitely want to do that before I completely forget to explain it at all, and just like, oh, what's an armor skill? What do these colors mean next to the sharpness bar? Definitely want to explain all those. I'm getting all these rocks. So yeah, arming is relaxing. Let's see. So where to start for weapons? I guess I can. What do I even have equipped? I can check using the equipment thing. Alright. So I guess we can actually just go down the list here. So your weapon has a few stats on it. So the attack is how much damage your weapon does, obviously. The sharpness bar indicates the level of sharpness your weapon will have and how long that level will last. Slots is related to decorations, and affinity is essentially critical hit chance. Although not on this weapon, certain weapons have certain elemental properties, and certain weapons can also increase your defense. As for armor, armor has individual defense values. You can upgrade armor to increase defense. Each armor also has slots for decorations and certain elemental resistances, as you can see. This down here, where nothing is equipped, is a talisman. We'll get to that in a moment when we explain what each piece of armor does. Because, you know, there's more than just one page to this. There's a description of the armor in Japanese. I wish I could read you this. Alright. So page 4 shows the skills that an armor gives you, and how many points into the skill the armor gives you. So this armor gives 3 skills, excuse me. 2 into expert, 2 into protection, and 2 into whim. Of course, each armor gives different amounts of points per slot, or per piece. So to check what armor skills you have and how many points you have in total, you can go to the status screen, go over 2 pages, and you have this kind of spreadsheet thing. So points, like each skill needs at least 10 points to even activate. So expert down here, which only has 7 points in total, does absolutely nothing for us. While when protection are activated because there are 10 points there. Whim, which gives us the skill Spirit's Whim, decreases the chances of our tools breaking, which I also need to get tools. Oops. And 10 points to protection gives us Divine Blessing, which gives us a chance of taking less damage. But the most important skill in this armor set is probably the Expert skill, which we do not have activated, which increases our critical hit chance if we get 10 points into it. So let's talk to the man. Let's go to decorations. Let's see if we can make an expert tool of sorts. And turns out we cannot, because we do not have enough materials whatsoever. Go figure. So we definitely need to fire up more for that to get that skill activated. But aside from decorations, we can upgrade our armor using armor spheres, which he gave us. Costs us money, but also greatly increases our defenses, so it is worth it. However, I will not level up this armor very much, because I plan on getting a new set soon-ish. But we'll get to farming for armor soon enough. So, I know I said I'd probably go capture a bear, but I feel like I've done enough this episode, and I don't want an hour-long episode quite yet. We'll have those eventually. So, because some of the large monster hunts can get very long, especially when you're soloing the online portion of the game. But, anyways, may you guys take care and have a good day. Later.